Good morning, everyone!
Good morning!
How we all doing?
Great! We're ready to do it!
I said, how we all doing?
Great!
Are you guys ready for the 2017 New York City Cannabis Parade?
Yeah!
32nd Street, and offer up some hands and some limbs to help stabilize the giant joint so that we can march on the parade. That burden has fallen disproportionately on low-income communities, and in particular, communities of color, right? So, data has shown that drug use is roughly, the rate of drug use is roughly equivalent, across racial lines. But, the question is drug, are the drug policies, are they prosecuted equally across racial lines? The answer is absolutely not.
As the brother just mentioned, marijuana use is shared equally across all races and genders and social economic groups. But there's always blacks and Latinos that are being targeted and arrested and jailed and thrown under the prison for way too long. Just for the possession, not even using. And these are serious issues we gotta talk about. A lot of the things that we're hearing now is states are legalizing marijuana in their states, but it comes at a cost. Because what it is, it's really an agenda of if the corporations can figure out a way that they can make money off of this through taxation, then they will make it legal.
Make some phone calls. Call them every day if you have to. Seriously. Start leaving voicemails. Tell them that this is imperative to pass and that we need it. PTSD is only added out of 24 out of 29 states right now that have medical marijuana programs. PTSD here, it does not count as a condition, but we need this on. It could help many veterans. It could help several civilians. So if you guys could call your senators, get out there, go on the grassroots, tell your family members, tell your friends, tell your co-workers, call your senators every day.
In Colorado, when Proposition 215 passed, who voted for it? Who pushed it over the edge? Women between the ages of 35 and 55. Women decide that cannabis is medicine. And so, we ask for equitability within the industry. Currently, women represent 36% of executives in the cannabis industry. Well, that's better than the 22% on average, but that's not parity. And so, we ask you to support women in business in cannabis as caregivers, as decision makers in the family, and as leaders. We want to connect, educate, empower. Conectar, educar, e empoderar las mujeres, the women in this industry. And we want to advocate for all patients and everyone else who would like to use cannabis legally within this space.
Cannabis culture! I said, what's up, cannabis culture? My name is Jake Plowden.
And my name is Nelson Guerrero.
We are two co-founders of the Cannabis Culture Association. I'm not sure if you're aware, POCs own less than 1% of the legal cannabis market, and as legalization goes forward, we need to recognize it's not fair that we can fill the prisons but not fill the industries. So what we are trying to do is get people more educated, empowered, and galvanized about this movement and about what we're trying to do.
All right, so today, the Cannabis Cultural Association is launching our petition. We're going to need to collect 30,000 signatures to amend the New York City Charter.
So yeah, even Thomas Jefferson smuggled seeds from China to grow on his plantation. Where was their distribution, processing, trafficking charges? Oh, they didn't have any. You know why? Because they didn't exist. It was lawful. So let's get into the history of prohibition in the United States and the war that was declared on us.
Remember to tell people that we're doing this not only with the best of intentions, but with solid science.
Legalization, not incarceration.
Hey, 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 420 all the way.
Colorado taught us lessons. Just say no to Jeff Sessions.
Amen. Thank you. I got 6 of them, all different colors.
Suicide to dead people. That's where you at right now. And PTSD ain't a veteran thing. Look at your clothes. Look at their faces. They suffer with PTSD too. It's not a veteran thing. 20 to 22 veteran suicide are dead. That's where you at. That's what we don't know. And they pushing them pills on us like it's candy. Hey, ho, ho.
Prohibition has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho.
Yo, Caesar. Prohibition.
Come on, you join us. Yo, I'm here. So why can't
Prohibition has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Prohibition has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Prohibition has got to go. Hey, hey.
Cannabis is good for us. It's nice to have it.
Come on, if you support us, marijuana. Marijuana.
Make some noise for yourselves. Make some more noise a little louder. We already know what we here for, man.
And we give thanks to the Most High, and we're feeling really fine. That's right. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. George Washington, father of this nation. I smoke his own homegrown medication.
I seen a shirt that said to make sure that she's a woman. If that's the case, when I die, I'm not people looking. We gon' be working this shit. We gon' be working this shit. I'm just looking, working the best with the virgin of the I know this ground is low as a basin. 22 on the roof, the tail is still blazing. Sunshine on the top, it's silent blazing. I'm on these niggas, been patiently waiting for birds. Now you the thing that they did. Smoking all hard drugs, and I'm talking shit with all the 20 seconds on winning. Close, keep your head spinning, going up in New York for work.
Once again, y'all, we out here to encourage the people about the cannabis. Once again, it's a medical situation as well as a recreational medicine.
The cannibalistics, the paranoid fools, tricking each other with the games and rules, and training out men to kill and fight, and then they move them and steer them like a Maginot's knife. But the only thought man had in mind was to conquer this world, the rest of mankind. And with the thought that they were right, they gave you permission to take a man's life.
We're here. We're on the side of history. We are winning, and Jeff Sessions, you are not.
I was feeling nauseous, wretched, and I had absolutely no appetite.
Used as an agent of oppression, especially for black and brown people, but for people in general. So as we move into this new paradigm, we really need to get it right. Because I don't think any one of us have fought as hard as we fought to let that same old imperialistic, colonial, supremacy, sort of capitalistic mindset corrupt what can be on the other side for us when we're victorious, and we will be. But we have to understand, how does the system, which seems so broken, continue to persist? And I think we're asking the wrong question.
Listen, it is beautiful to see everybody. It's beautiful to see the signs, to feel the energy out here. And as a young black kid from Queens, it is really, really instrumental that as I come up here, I remind people that there's a lot of activities going on that people that look like me cannot do without the law enforcement cracking down. 86% of the people arrested in New York City for marijuana possession are black or brown. This is why we need to legalize. That has been waged against marijuana is now filled coffers with black and brown bodies. Marijuana has been used not just as a justification for destroying people's rights, invading people's personal privacy, but it's also been used as a justification for murder. For Marley Graham, let's say those names of those people who have been murdered, and marijuana was a justification for why law enforcement felt the need to crack down. Now I'm going to say we're not going to get, this is a positive space, and we want to keep the good energy going. I'm here with my brothers from CCA. This is young people of color that are leading this movement now. And we're centering race. And we're making sure that you don't forget that free use and freedom, they need to go hand in hand with police reform.
A lot of family going on. I got a detox on my phone. A new trend is sunrise. And all my friends don't go outside. A lot of family going on. I got a detox on my phone. I got a detox. I got a detox. I got a detox. Call me on my telephone. Call me up. Call me on my telephone. Call me on my telephone. Call me up. Call me up. Hey, time to see you walk away, but baby, can we be nice? I know this is for the moment, me and you was just one night. I know me and you, just me and you, but baby, that's alright. I know me and you, just me and you, but baby, that's alright.
Allen Ginsberg was famous. He got on television and said marijuana should be legalized. They did a few, 8 or 10 or 15 people with signs that said pot is fun. But the first time hundreds of people came out in the park and smoked marijuana was in the summer of love in 1967. It was the era of the Vietnam War, and we were about to go to Chicago to try to stop the war and to legalize pot. The yippies were the first people to put it in their platform to legalize pot, and find out that our efforts got us Richard Nixon.
Damn.
Just like what just happened, where something else was supposed to happen, but somehow we ended up getting Donald Trump at the last minute.
The real drug dealers, Merck, Bristol Myers, and Monsanto, they're the ones spraying your plants. They're the ones spraying your tomatoes, your cucumbers. They're the ones that are truly poison you. Don't let no one think or no one tell you that marijuana is poison you. Legalize that plant. Say free the plant. Free the plant. Free the plant. All right now, y'all know what y'all got to do. Let's stick together. Let's stay involved, and let's win this fight. Don't let nobody go to jail for a goddamn plant. We've been doing this since 2001, so it's no secret. I can tell you all kinds of horror stories and stuff like that. But understand something. It ain't PTSD is not regulated to me. PTSD is not just a veteran thing. Everybody in here knows somebody who's probably suffering from untreated post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I'm one of the veterans who testified in Senate committee to have post-traumatic stress disorder added to our state's medical marijuana program. Last September, Governor Christie signed it into law. So what I'm telling you is I'm coming to you from a perspective on the other side. I am now enrolled in the state's medical marijuana program, and you can too, for post-traumatic stress disorder. Now the thing about post-traumatic stress disorder is that in order to treat it, what makes it unique is that it requires an individual to have a very real and honest conversation with themselves. And we all know somebody who's hiding, who's sitting there harboring some real old, deep kind of hurt.
We're here in New York City, smoke pot!
Yeah!
It's about 4:20 coming up quick.
Here we go.
Roll them if you got. Yo, by the way, it smells good from up here, folks.
Now, we about to start right now, baby.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cannabis Parade! New York City Cannabis Parade, baby! Let's go, Moody.
I'm sick and fucking tired of watching them drag away my brothers and sisters, one by one, for smoking a plant that God, John Jehovah gave us. How long are we willing to peacefully stand by? The first two drafts of the Declaration of Independence, they were written on cannabis hemp paper. The daughters of the American Revolution, they sewed hemp linens for the Continental Army. In regions where hemp was prominent, such as Hempstead, New York, and Hemp Hill, Texas. Towns all over the United States, they were named after weed. Perhaps the most unfortunate aspect of the anti-marijuana legislation is that it defines a crime, which is a crime without any victim. I'm sick and tired of always having to look over my shoulder. I look at my rearview mirror and the cops, they're pulling me over, although they've been awesome here today. I'm sick and I'm fucking tired being searched and harassed time and time again. It's time we stood up and say no! Like in the days of Nancy Reagan!
Say no! Say no!
Can I search your car? No! Can I search your pockets? No! Can I search your house? No! Can I search your dorm room? No! This is our country! I'm a United States veteran coming up after the Vets. That was an honor. We are the face of pro-choice America. I smoke pot, and I'm a good person.
Put your hands in the air, everybody! Put your hands in the air! Let's go! DJ, move the movie!
No power, no peace. Thank you, New York Cannabis Parade.
New York City, baby!
Let's get high!
All I do is get bread, yeah, I take one and two straight from under your armpit. The black market, I'm at 6 in the AM. All day I'm B.I.M.P. I am simply attached to the track like simply.
Let's go! What's going on? Yo, John, what's going on, my guy? Fucking race, we are all white people. Fucking race.
New York, if you ready to talk, put your hands in the air. Let me hear you say, legalize it, legalize it, legalize it, legalize it. If you like to smoke a blunt, hey, do what you want. Put the blunt in your mouth, light it up and say, yo, come on, legalize it. Oh, legalize it, legalize it. I never rest, I feel like now everybody's so told each other. I'm sick and tired of the lies. How are you? We can't differentiate the real to them. I got a lot of my part of me for being. These cowards hide behind the web, internet. They'll be you like Joey come over internet. It's early nights in the bars when
Listen, all I do is roll up. Stupid fucks, I don't turn up. Cause I always been on. The reason why, crossbones, large eyes,
boys roll on. I just nod one off. Inside the whip, green breeze, it's a dog. Going loud, music loud, we gon' roll dog.
Come on, let's hear it. Come on.
Yeah, give it for Todd.
And listen, I'm going to turn this over to Kimberly, who's going to close it out with you. But I'm asking you to do one thing as a favor for me. A 67-year-old marijuana activist, been doing this since the 70s. This is my 44th pot rally in New York City. And it's in memory of David Peel. I'm asking you guys to please voluntarily pick up some garbage and get rid of it. You know, we don't want to be pigs like the war pigs now. Let's show it. The community around here that the government workers don't have to work overtime.
That's right.
Come on, help us out voluntarily. Now here's Kimberly from the Albany Capital District Cannabis Consortium.
Hey everybody, I know it's getting late and we gotta close it out, so I just want to say thanks everybody for coming to the 2017 New York City Cannabis Parade. Let me hear it from my borough. Woo! Give it up for Aaron K, the podcaster, Dana Beal, Noah, Doug, Troy, everybody that put the parade on today, thank you, and happy 2017,
Happy
man.
2017.
See ya!